The mic doesn't work, right? Oh, nice. Hare Krishna. Can you put the volume a little down, please? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Okay, maybe a little still more down the volume. Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana, Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana, Yamunatira Vanachari, Yamunatira Vanachari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana, Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana, Yamunatira Vanachari, Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Radha Gokulananda Shri Radheya Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Go Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo Jai Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Ashtadarashtada Shri Srimadaisi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Ashtadarashtada Shri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपियां श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की जय समवेत भक्तवृंद की जय. All glories to all assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to all assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to all assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Namo Vishnu, Krishna Krishna Bhuta, Shrimati Kavachandra. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone in today's Bhagavad Gita evening class. Thank you very much for attending. I'm very happy and grateful that I was given this service, and I'll try my best to serve in this way to please Vaishnavas and Guru, and ultimately Srimati Radharani and Shri Krishna Gokulananda. So, sincerely seeking blessings of all senior Vaishnavas. When I see the audience, you're all very advanced senior devotees to me. So, thank you so much for coming. I'm just... Okay. Today we are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are in final chapter where Krishna is concluding, repeating the Bhagavad Gita, that Arjuna will be sure how to act in the battlefield. And we had gone through the verse which was quoted by Srila Prabhupada the most, which is Sarva Dharmam Parityaja, which is the most merciful verse actually. Mostly we feel is big pressure, is actually, demanding something. But in fact, this great mercy of Krishna, he's promising simply, you don't need to struggle with your mind, with your ideologies, with your philosophy. Simply just surrender to me, I'll take care, don't worry. So this is actually a very merciful verse. And as a devotees, we should try to present this knowledge in that way that is very inspiring for others. So this verse which we read today is verse 1868. Two verses after this famous verse. But all verses of Bhagavad Gita are actually famous because they are all words of Krishna. So this verse speaks something on these topics. So we can read. I'll start with invocation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, reading the Sanskrit. Yaidam paramam guhyam. Yaidam paramam guhyam. Madbhakte jabidhasyati. Bhaktim mai param kritva. Mame vaishyati asamshayaha. Yaidam paramam guhyam. Madbhakte jabidhasyati. Bhaktim mai paramam kritva. Mame vaishyati asamshayaha. Okay, Prabhus, if you could recite. Yadam paramam guhyam. Madbhakte jabidhasyati. Mame vaishyati asamshayaha. Yaidam paramam guhyam. Hari Bhakti-mai param kritva Mitra Shastra. Mataji's? Yaidam paramam guhyam Yaidam paramam guhyam Sati Mai parakritva Navashasi. Okay, word by word. Yaha, anyone who. Idam, this. Paramam, most. Guhyam, confidential secret. Mat, of mine. Bhakteshu, amongst devotees. Abhidhashyati, explains. Bhaktim, devotional service. Mai, unto me. Param, transcendental. Kritva, doing. Mam, unto me. Eva, certainly. Eshyati, comes. Asamsayaha, without doubt. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. For one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end he will come back to me. Purport. Generally, it is advised that Bhagavad Gita be discussed among the devotees only, for those who are not devotees will understand neither Krishna nor Bhagavad Gita. Those who do not accept Krishna as he is and Bhagavad Gita as it is should not try to explain Bhagavad Gita whimsically and become offenders. Bhagavad Gita should be explained to persons who are ready to accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is a subject matter for the devotees only and not for philosophical speculators. Anyone, however, who tries sincerely to present Bhagavad Gita as it is will advance in devotional activities and reach the pure devotional state of life. As a result of such pure devotion, he is sure to go back home, back to Godhead. For one who explained this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end he will come back to me. Magñantimirandasya gnanagñanashalakaya chakshuromilitam yena tasma shri gurave namah chaitanyamanoਭishtam stapitamena bhutala samrupam kadamayam dadati svampadantikam vandeham shri guru shriudapadakamalam gurum vaishnavam cha rupam sagrajatan saganaragunatam vitam tam sajivam Sadvaitam sadhutam parijanam saitam Krishna chaitanya devam Shri Radha Krishna padam sagana lalita Shri Vishakamitam cha He Krishna karuna sindhu dinabandhu jagatpate Gopisha gopika kanta radha kanta namasute Tapta kanchana gaurangi radhe vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu sute devi pranamami hari priye Mukam karati vacham pam gumate girim Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Guru dinatharinam Namo Vishnu Pada Krishna Krishna Bhutala Shrimate Krishna Swami Niti Nami Namaste Prabhupada Dhanam Vrajana Kranta Vitami Prita Shishanda Istava Vishnu Pada Krishna Bhutala Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Nami Namaste Sarasate. Okay, I hope it's not offensive to put on this Bhagavad Gita plays laptop, but Yukta Vairagya, we are trying to engage everything. I personally like a paper is more like authentic, but I'm my time management is not the best, so okay. So this is very much encouraging verse, especially to our Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya, because that's the core, that's the life and soul, what we're trying to do as our service. So one doesn't need to be highly educated, one doesn't need to be born in Brahminic family, one doesn't need to go through severe austerities in order to be able somehow come to Krishna or do something for Krishna. Simply by partaking on the Sankirtan mission of Lord Chaitanya, whether it is direct service in the streets as Harinam Sankirtan, spreading the spiritual vibration of the holy name, or it is helping the Sankirtan devotees with, as when we go for Sankirtan secret party. So there are devotees, Girhastas, who cook for us, and so they are also connected. Then there are devotees who are pujaris, who are cleaning the temple, so the devotees can come to the back to the temple and charge themselves. They see the beautiful form of Shri Shri Radha Krishna every day. So that's giving them division which conquer all doubts which may Sankirtan devotee challenge coming to the streets. So that's also the service of pujaris. They should, Srila Prabhupada said, to make the deities as beautiful as possible, that the eyes of the devotees will not flicker, will not go away from this vision to searching for satisfaction or happiness in material world. So here Krishna is again approaching this topic or this verse as a secret. So in one sense he's trying to spread it widely, but in the other hand he's approaching it as a secret. Anyone guess why is it a secret? Any ideas? Yes, very nice. Also, yes. So this topic is very difficult to understand for people who are envious of Krishna. And therefore, they should not be, because Krishna never interferes with the desire of a living entity. So he, even though not happy about, but gave a chance to go away, to comes to separation from Krishna, to material world, to live without him. So this is also putting a light on the, there might be sometime argument that if Krishna is so merciful and he never wants anything bad to his children, to living entities, so why then he created this material world where it's just suffering? And even so, first of all, he created for the purpose of our enjoyment, that we can enjoy separately, but then he created the time factor, the temporarity of this reality of this world. So one can think, at least that was my doubt personal, that okay, so how is it so that he giving us this chance, and then he create this factor that we will need to leave this body, this situation, and so on. So this is connected with, that is a secret, because Krishna, he never interferes, and Krishna, he explained Bhagavad Gita, Daivesha Gunamai, that he is bewildering these living entities with the material energy through the three modes of material nature. So they think they are happy. So this way they live without Krishna, without thinking of something essential in their life. They really go through the passion and through the ignorance, through enjoying very gross existence on the platform of sense enjoyment. And in this way, Krishna doesn't want to interfere with them. So yes, they don't consider, one day I will need to leave this place. The young body, teenage body, I will need to one day leave this place, actually very soon. So therefore it is a secret that only for those who already started to understand after millions of lifetimes that something is not all right here. I remember Keshav Maharaj, he was saying that how we understand that this is not the right place to be, to enjoy, that this is not kingdom of God. Simply by going to the streets, if you look around, you realize that everyone is simply mad here, simply running. So you can guess there's not something completely all right. This can't be a kingdom of God. Everyone is just running very selfishly. So Krishna is explained this is a secret, but there also can be a question why one should explain to a devotees this when devotees are supposed to know already everything, right? One doesn't need to explain to them. But here this verse is approaching more wider aspect. Srila Prabhupada was explaining also that the Vedanta are the instructions of God. And we know that God is coming in many forms, in many names, in many ways to help and uplift everyone. So this message is not only for like Hare Krishna devotees. And devotees are referred here, pious people who have some relationship to God. There might be Christians, there might be Muslims, Jewish. So all these scriptures speak something about God and ultimately trying to uplift, to bring the people closer to God consciousness, to realization that the material world will never actually satisfy us. So as I mentioned, so Krishna is giving these scriptures to those who already guess that there have to be something more, and this simply coming by intelligence and also mercy of devotees. So people like so many things in a life. Some like the religious way. I'm following religious principles. I have my family. I can go for a holiday like this. I can take my kids to the ocean to soar, and we can watch the sunset. Or others, lovers think to, be together in the evening under the moon, full moon like this. So this is reflection that we actually search for something higher. And Srila Prabhupada was many times explaining that this is just our desire to approach the ultimate, absolute platform, spiritual platform, or Krishna consciousness, to find Krishna. So these are just reflections by which we're trying to satisfy the needs. And therefore, because in this way, we're trying to go to see the ocean, the sunset, mountains, hiking, biking, everything might be there. But it's impossible to somehow grasp or hug or touch this experience. So for us as a soul, it's very insufficient. Such pleasure is I remember just a month ago, everything was blooming, all the trees and flowers, and it was so pleasant, so nice. But you're just walking and you're realizing, but I can't somehow touch it, the fragrance, I can't actually somehow exchange. So, and it's temporary. In 1, 2, 3 weeks it'll be gone, and again it will come the scorching heat of the summer, and I would just my remembrance of these beautiful times. So in this way, material existence is based only basically on the remembrance of our past, of some good experiences and our visions of future. Is not actually so much living in the present. And then because of lack of spiritual knowledge, the present situation is very dull. It's like there are philosophies or some spiritual guidance being present moment like this, which is true. We as devotees should not also neglect or underestimate this direction, this understanding, because yes, ultimately spiritual life is in present moment, is happening in present moment, and we should apply this philosophy to our spiritual life, because also as devotees we are projecting so many things to our future, and remembering maybe our previous experiences, what more some maybe are like before devotional service experiences, and we searching for the joy. So this is when we are missing the point of being presently serving Krishna. But for materialistic people, this is actually very dangerous philosophy, because the material life for the soul itself is very dull experience. It's something like if you would have the winter gloves and you would try to touch somebody or pet a dog, let's say, or a cat. So she doesn't feel, or he doesn't feel so much, you doesn't feel so much. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada also was giving the example that being having a materialistically engrossed consciousness is like to try to enjoy the taste of a tongue with a cloth on the tongue. So first of all, we have to come on a spiritual platform for spiritual understanding to the quality of goodness. And therefore, Krishna is giving this literature, this guidance in many forms. Right? We know Christians have Bible, Muslims have Quran or Torah. What is it? They have Quran. Torah is for Jewish? I'm sorry? And Torah? Torah is for Jewish, right? So these all scriptures are representing the absolute truth. They describe God in certain way, in some way, in some position, in some phase, let's say. But ultimately we can't escape the reality that we are not Christian, Buddhist, Muslim, Jewish. We are part and parcel of God, of Krishna. And therefore, if we want to come to the actual engagement, the actual interaction as a soul with the Supreme Spirit, we have to start to understand God as a person, as a supreme being, as He is. That's what Srila Prabhupada has explained here, that this secret should not be disclosed to envious, those who consider Krishna as an ordinary person, because they don't understand that God is a person, because this is putting everyone kind to a tight situation. Oh, so I should be conscious, I should be sincere, I should be intelligent in my dealings. Because if there is a concept of impersonal God, it's very difficult to understand His message. So it is very difficult to understand the message of Godhead if we actually don't even know God. So in all of these scriptures is explained that we should love God, we should worship Him, think of Him, and so on. But how much can you think of somebody and love somebody if you consider him as an air? How can you love a cloud in the sky? How can you love an air? So in this way, all these scriptures based on the bodily platform falling short. And maybe because they are coming from Krishna, they are capable to deliver the message of Godhead ultimately. But what is missing is the rail of a deliverance, right? So if you have a train somewhere and if you don't have rails there, so it's very difficult to go somewhere. Right? So therefore Prabhupada is explaining that the parampara have to be there. Acharyas, the personalities who are actually following this knowledge, and you can have direct experience of such personality. That's one thing, that this process have to be discharged under the direction of a spiritual master, that we would be able to understand, right? Because Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada has explained, Bhagavad Gita has been there so many years before Srila Prabhupada arrived to America. But without blessings and without actual example of Bhagavad Gita as a devotee, it's very difficult for us. It's staying on the mental platform only. So this is where the all other spiritual literature, then Vedic literature, is falling short, because it's simply working some kind of some moral codes, something like this, something about God, but not so clearly, and therefore, unfortunately, it doesn't giving so much faith to follow. So that also, yes, there are some people who are very sincere, and Krishna can reveal himself through these ways, also through different means, through the scriptures. We know such cases, but it's very difficult. So we are thankful that Srila Prabhupada came to disclose this secret to us. And the Bhagavad Gita and all the scriptures are meant to change the consciousness of a living entity who is trying in material world enjoy as the supreme enjoyer, as the center. So in material world, the idea, the position is what is good for me, what I think, what I feel is good. But in the spiritual world, we can understand by seeing an example of acharyas that we acting what is good for Krishna. How can I please Krishna? By my behavior. So this is the process of like Krishna is coming in the form of deities, of Krishna Katha, or in the holy name to this is a transcendental vibration. So this is giving us a remembrance of our original nature. I don't know if you had maybe experience by reading Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, definitely by chanting, that everyone, we can start to feel something different, and that's what giving us actually the faith to continue and have faith in the scripture. So it's not based only on my mental platform that I believe something, but it's based on experience. And therefore, Srila Prabhupada was saying, all these boys and girls, they are able to give up their sinful activities. They didn't know Krishna 1 year ago, but now they are giving all, because they have this experience of higher taste. So we should not underestimate this. This is transcendental vibration which is spreading through the universe as a Krishna's flute and coming to the ears of all by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So therefore, if we're going to the streets, we should not underestimate it. It's not only that this is my service, like I should clean because otherwise it's be dirty my room or so. No, this is to give opportunity to everyone to remember Krishna, to remind our spiritual nature, to realize I'm here for something more, I'm here for something greater. We, as a Sankirtan devotee, sometimes may take it very casually to go to the streets, and in the end of the day we say, oh Prabhu, today just 5 books or 10 books, not so good. Cookies also not so good. This Watford is tough place. People don't even want cookies. But can we understand the value that this living entity, this jiva, is traveling through the universes for millions of lifetimes, up to the point that it comes to you and take this prasadam, this cookie, after millions of lifetimes. So what is it for the jiva? For us, it's another person, ugly or smiling, or with glasses, or dress like this, like that. But for the jiva, not for the body, for the jiva, is such a great achievement. So, therefore, we can also feel this, that simply by giving one book, one cookie, we feel that Krishna is pleased. So this transcendental vibration of Bhagavad Gita, of Srimad Bhagavatam, of Hare Krishna Mahamantra mainly, is spreading because of it's giving the real nectar which we all searching for. And therefore we should become Jivadoya. Jivadoya means being compassion, having compassion for living entities. So Krishna is explaining whole Bhagavad Gita from that we are not this body, that we can engage in different processes of elevation or elevation of consciousness up to the point that we start to realize there is Brahman, and then we can go further, and so on, so on. But Krishna ultimately stating that you and me, Arjun and me, so this is applying for all living entities, we have relationship, eternal relationship. And here in this verse, Krishna is saying that what pleases me the most is to share this knowledge. So we may try to read so many books, we may try to chant the holy name like hundreds of times, but if it is really not our position yet, then we should try to spread this knowledge, we should try to spread this message, then the holy name will reveal to us, then the message of Bhagavad Gita will be revealed to us. So Krishna is explaining not by studying, not by, what else is there, studying, meditation, or karma kanda. I can be known only by devotional service. So this is the best service that we're trying to have, to share this message, because we're finding this compassion to living entities. Living entities are running, confused, misguided in the world. You may have experienced from Sankirtan that there is no even point of asking them why you are running, because they would simply literally freak out. They would completely destroy their concept of their life. If you would stand in the Soho street and you would just ask this person, hello sir, Hare Krishna, why you are, I'm sometimes asking, are you running every day like this? Do you like to run like this? I was told by devotees it's maybe not the best way to approach him, because it may a little disturb them. But the point is that if you simply ask them, they don't know, they're just running because everyone else is running, so I'm running as well. And if you get to this river, you start to run as well. I remember I had this realization. Anytime I get to London, I'm running, you know. Everything I need to go for, I need to solve is done by running, you know. You need to go to some store, you just have to run. So it doesn't matter if you have time or no, you just have to run, because if you get some more time, you still can run for something else. So in this way, the jivas are running and running and running, up to the point they come to the table, book table with devotees, and devotees tell them, hey, Hare Krishna, you don't need to run, you are not a tiger or leopard, you know. You chant Hare Krishna, you little look around, why you are running. So as a devotees, by giving this knowledge, we are not simply giving some process of you should quit smoking, you should quit meditating, you should be sober, you should be, intelligent in your life, you should do this and that and chant 16 rounds. We are, as a Sankirtan devotees, or all devotees, as I mentioned, we are all connected to this Sankirtan mission of Lord Chaitanya. So we are not just giving simply some philosophy or some regulations. We are giving the ultimate and the what's the word? We are giving the ultimate taste of spiritual life at first place, and the second, the dimensionally different experience of life. So we are giving the chance to first time offer food to Krishna. I don't know if somebody remember as you were first time offering the food to Krishna. It's completely different. If we are people cooking for themselves, right? They eat already until they finish cooking, they already eaten because they tasted so much if it's good. So if they finish cooking, they already eaten, they already fed up. So they just cooking, and everything is just for this body. But when ones get to the point, I cook for Krishna, this completely different experience of life. Fundamentally different experience of life. So we as at Sankirtan devotees, we're giving this opportunity to everyone to have this experience, to come for first Mangala Arati. I remember my first Mangala Arati and Nirajana Maharaj Kirtan, and some speaker was playing Bhajahure Mana. It was so mystical atmosphere, and it felt so auspicious. So we are by giving these books, by this knowledge to all, this wonderful experience which can't be experienced anywhere else. Because Krishna is giving this, and Lord Chaitanya is giving this process of love for God, which should be the goal of all spiritual scriptures. So Lord Chaitanya is giving it freely, just simply by chanting the Hare Krishna. And chanting of Hare Krishna is supported by all the means, angas of Vaidhi Bhakti, of regulated service, which are so nectarian. But they can be only experienced on the purified platform. So, as in Nectar of Instruction is explained that in the beginning, that we don't have taste for holy name, and it's taste bitter. But simply by continuing by chanting, the taste will develop, the disease will be cured. So, yes, even Vaidhi Bhakti, I remember Ataranga is always telling me, since I have a little struggle with Mangala Arati to wake up. So Ataranga is telling me, hey bro, what are you doing? Prabhu, it's such nectar to come on Mangala Arati, Radha Gokulananda are there, we're chanting for them. So this can be appreciated if we purify our consciousness, then all angas, right? Therefore it is said that the pure devotee is not following the rules and regulations because he's not that he doesn't need to, but he's following them naturally. So he don't feel the taste to go to the club, to the pub, to the cinema. He just feels, I want to serve Krishna, I want to be with Krishna, with devotees, discuss about Krishna. So by sharing this knowledge, we are giving ultimate chance to everyone experience the highest taste, the most sweet nectar which can be experienced and which has been so mercifully given by Lord Chaitanya in his most magnanimous incarnation as a avatar of a holy name. So, yes, we should not doubt, we should not be reluctant, we should be enthusiastic, utsaha, nishchaya dharya. We should enthusiastically share the holy name, the message with everyone, not fanatically. First of all, we have to realize the knowledge ourselves, because try to do something, as Krishna explained, which is not completely, well, it is our dharma to share the holy name for this age, but I'm trying just to compare it that it is better to do your dharma according, what's the verse? It's better to do your own duty than to imitate. Yes. So, what I'm trying to say is that it's better to accept our position and preach according to our realization than to try to imitate some great acharyas, and because this is people can feel it, and we should not forget that the Paramatma is in the heart of everyone which is giving the inspiration. So I have my own realization, I tried so much philosophically, try to look very spiritual, and try to preach to my friend, and anything worked. But one day I just told him, hey, we know each other like 20 years, you know me, you know all my mistakes, all my shortcomings, all my bad habits like that. I'm just not good at all. But I'm so happy that I could come to teaching of Srila Prabhupada, because it gave me something really great. And that was the point where he accepted, and he came to the temple and he started to chant at that time. And so we should try to be authentic and preach, share from our heart, not from our mind. And I was thinking about an example that try to pretend ourselves to be a great acharya and preach everyone. If it's not our position, it is like to, I'm so great football player, I go to play with such big names, but I still don't know how to tie my shoes and how to tie my shorts, and everything's falling. I'm, falling because of, what's the movement? If you you're walking and you're dropping off. Tripping, yeah. You're tripping every 5 meters because your shoes are not tied, and everyone is like laughing, like, what is he doing, So first we tie our shoes, and then we can play. So the same, we first of all trying to perfect our spiritual life, and then we can share. And until then, we are repeating what we heard, and what is really in our heart, what is really authentic, and what is our realization. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for your kind attention. And if there are any questions, I'll try to answer. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
As we were speaking about Judaya, I have always noticed that when we go out for Sankirtan, we are so enthusiastically distributing cookies, pushing books, and there's natural Judaya which I experience when I'm around you. So can you just enlighten us what is your thought process when you're out there distributing books?
So the cookies are special, special weapons, special, how would I say, treatment, special way for special password for what for the experience. Therefore, I'm so enthusiastic because I see when I distribute books, this is really not finding the soil where the seed could be given. But the cookies, because we know that prasadam is just mercy, costless, and everyone can take it. I'm having one realization which I would like to share. It's not directly answering the question, but it helped me to explain. So I was thinking one day that I just distribute, 300 cookies, and then I'll be so much in ecstasy, and then I will do Harinam more, and more ecstasy will come, and then I'll be just so much in ecstasy, and it will be so great. So this can work in the beginning, that we have this inspiration for my enjoyment. I will have ecstasy, I'll be so blissful, bliss out. And but then one day Krishna made me realize that this is not the purpose. This is not the actual taste, to try to satisfy your not greed, your desire, your false ego. So we are trying to connect with Krishna, and if we are connected with Krishna, like the electricity, then the all mercy can come. So if we unplug this is false ego, I will do, and then it is not even Sankirtan. Then it's just selling of something, either books, or we are just making some number of cookies. Is not the right consciousness. But if we're really meditating, I want to please Krishna, I know this please him the most. And these people got so fortunate because Krishna sent devotees to give them some cookies. So wow, I was so misguided and fallen in like just few years ago, and now I can be here in such wonderful mission, and I can, wow, Krishna allowed me to be here. He gave me a healthy body. He He gave me mercy. I can be here with devotees. He gave me ability of speech. So let's use it. And ultimately it's bringing the pleasure which we all search for. But if we're just trying to please Krishna without our personal motivation for our bliss, the real nectar will come, which is beyond the false ego. So I would just say that I'm just trying to meditate how merciful actually it is of Krishna, how much mercy it is, and out of gratitude I'm trying to be the part of this mercy. Hare Krishna. Okay. Any other question? Yes, Mataji? Hmm.
In the Bhagavad, the third canto also explains how fortunate are those whose tongues are chanting the holy name of the Lord, because they must have performed all kinds of austerities and penances and went to all places of pilgrimage in their previous life to be able to chant the holy names. So everybody who comes into contact with the holy name is very fortunate.
Yes. Ultimately, we are cultivating by association, by contact with the material nature, we can cultivate two things. Or it is hate toward everything around, or actual understanding that something can be changed, something is not all right. And therefore Krishna is giving the scriptures in many different forms, as Bhagavad Gita, as I mentioned, Bible and so on, that we can understand why we are suffering, why this is happening to me, and so, etc. So people without spiritual knowledge, they are suffering, but they don't know why they suffer. They just continue suffering without actually even realization that they are suffering. But yes, as you're saying, simply by chanting the holy names, the most auspiciousness coming to everyone. Mahavishnu Maharaj was saying that I met Sankirtan devotees, but I didn't take a book because they were further away, and I felt like, oh, this just wants something from me, so I just chose the side street to avoid them. But I heard some music, and he's recalling to the past that now I understand that was the transcendental vibration of the holy name which entered my heart and gave me the direction, gave me the inspiration for something in the life. So I avoided the book, but the Mahamantra, the transcendental sound vibration was there, entered my heart, and it completely switched, turned my direction in my life. So yes, this is great mercy of Lord Chaitanya that we can go and spread and chant